Hello and welcome to the next edition of painting this Myrmidon. So over there, that side, there's a camera on Instagram where people can ask questions live as I do this video guide. So if you're watching this video on YouTube and you didn't know you could ask questions while I did these things, now you know. So go over to my Instagram page. There'll be links below and all that business. There's a slight wobble in the camera. Believe it or not, I'm not touching the table. That's my heartbeat going through the floorboards and up into the camera. You can't see it on the camera over there, but you'll probably be able to see it on the camera in front of you. I can actually see it. Anyway, waffling on myself. We're going to be painting the horns. I had some horns pre-painted. Just to speed some things up. So we're going to be doing the opposite horns, and I'm going to show you what's what as we go along. Right, I'm waffling with myself here, which I do sometimes. Colours: Mechanicus Standard Grey and Screaming Skull. There's a slight mix of them for the base coat, so it's a little bit of that in that. Corvus Black, Myrmidon Black, Ultraman Grey. So, base coating. Hopefully from the earlier videos you know everything you need to know about base coating these models. Alright, if you don't know, then you're going to have to go to the earlier videos that I did in the Myrmidon thing. I might cover base coating later on in a different vid, but there you go. So, waffle. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to shade these horns. Alright, so watch this. Look at the consistency I'm making there. Yeah. Now you notice on this horn it goes dark, lighter to darker, bottom to top. Yeah, it's lighter at the bottom, darker at the top. Remember that. So in order to get that, look at this. All my brush strokes with the Corvus Black go from the bottom to the top. Yeah. On this bit, they actually go in top to bottom. On this angle here. There we go. I'm going to go around this horn. In fact, I've done this other horn darker, so I'll do this one darker. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Right, okay. So you could think about what I'm doing here with this little mantra. Always end your brush strokes in the area where the colour you are using will be strongest. Yeah? So this stage I'm going to do in a few layers. One thing that people who create guides very rarely forget about. They call it the Corvus Black stage. And that Corvus Black stage, for example, ain't one stage, it's like 10 stages. You know. So I differentiate between colour stages and application stages. Yeah. So I am on the colour stage of Corvus Black. I've just done 2 application stages, and they might be slightly different each time. Yeah. You don't get that in your heavy metal painting guide. Right. There we go. Always end your brush strokes in the area where the colour you are using will be strongest. Okay, now for those that have never watched these live streams before, what's my intention with this Myrmidon? My intention is not to create any kind of like golden demon winning, eyeball popping impressive piece. It's to show you what you can do if you just let go. Yeah, let's shade these metal bits a little bit as well, why not, eh? Yeah, this is about letting go. This is just about letting the brush dance around the model, seeing what happens. Yeah, seeing what comes out my mouth as well, because sometimes I could say some pretty crazy stuff, so it could be entertaining in that way. Alright, so I'm shading underneath this bit and underneath this bit. Here is going to be lighter and here is going to be lighter. That's for later on. Alright, so notice my consistency is getting slightly less dilute the darker and darker I'm going on these horns, and also notice that the brush strokes I'm using are getting smaller and smaller the further up the horns I'm going. Yeah, might even use some of these grooves just to help adjust that shade a little bit. Right, let's do the back. It's almost nearly done, this shading bit. Woo, cool. Right, okay, real straightforward. I've got a sneaky feeling this is going to be a quicker video than any of the other ones. Right, okay. Alright, pretty happy with that. Should I go darker? That's why I bought Abaddon Black, so I've bought it, so let's go darker with it. There you go, a little bit of Abaddon Black in there. Let's water it down a little bit, because we don't want it too black too soon. We're going to put it in and under these darker, more shaded areas. I can even do this horn thing, his little metallic horn cap. There we go. Oops, let's go this way. Yeah. Right, brilliant. Let's do in there, I'd forgotten in there. Let's do under there. In fact, I might need hairdryer in this bit. Here's the thing, people ask me a lot about bubbles. Can you see the bubbles in there? They'll just pop. Don't worry about the bubbles. Lovely. There we go, quite like that. You see here where the blend is a little bit less subtle. I don't care. I don't care. Don't worry about such things. Brilliant. Right, okay. Oops, nearly dropped him. Let's do another quick pass under there. Another quick pass under there. Right. Just a quick dark line in there, and let's go in and under there. Right, awesome. There we go, one shading stage done. I go a little bit darker, just because I can. Right up in there. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Brilliant, nice one. Just so these match, gonna do these sides again. Right, sweet. Right, any questions from you lot? Amy Snuggs, hello. If anyone's got any questions about my course, by the way, Amy Snuggs has been on my course, and I'm sure she'll give you an honest and impartial opinion on what it's like to be taught on one of my classes. Colonel has also been on one, and he's both these guys are amazing to follow, so go and follow them. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Right. Right, okay. No questions? Right. So you guys must be thoroughly entertained by me. Okay, so let's go to the grey stage. We're going to highlight stage now. There's my Mechanica Standard. There's my Screaming Skull. Now, here's some things to know. I did the horns on the left-hand side of this guy. Did them weeks ago. Just so I had a better idea of what colours to use when I did this lesson. Now the thing is I've forgotten them colours. Now, there are many people out there that freak out because they can't remember colours. But watch me not care, right? And watch me make it look the same, yeah? By using critical decision making. Yeah. I assess what the hell's going on. I have a rough idea of what I used. Now, I may have exactly the same colours, but I can't remember exactly. Did I use a Shadzy Bone or Screaming Skull? I'm not too sure. Did I use Ulfuan Grey or Blue Horror? Because Blue Horror is a favourite highlight colour of mine for almost everything. I don't know. But I ain't going to let it hold me back. A lot of painters do. So what do? Nothing. So are they getting better or worse? And that's really the weird thing about miniature painting, or maybe probably people in general, is we all want to get better at something, but we choose not to practice because of what reason? A weird non-reason. Okay, so if you can't remember your colours, well, the thing you're now practicing is how can I best match it with what I've got or with what I can remember. Anyway, waffle, waffle, waffle. Preach, preach, preach. Right. Here we go. Lines time. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to just pick out. In fact, let's take a load of paint off my brush. I'm going to pick out just that top line along the top of the horns. There we go. And then I'm going to pick out this bottom line along the bottom of the horns. Brilliant. And then I'm going to water this down a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to start using these downward strokes just to catch the top of each of the little ridges on the Myrmidon's horns. Now, if I'm not that accurate and I make a mistake and I don't get that line, I don't care. I'll neaten it up later on, or as I put more lines in, as I add more of this effect on to the model, it'll not matter as much as those extra stages and those extra layers start to hide any earlier mistakes. You know, and again, that's another example of how people think too much about things and then give up. So that way they never get better because they decide that giving up is the best thing to do for the project. No, the best thing to do for a project is to finish the project and then assess whether you succeeded or not. Yeah. Because if you give up on the project thinking you've done it wrong, then you've definitely done it wrong by default. That model is never finished. You've definitely done it wrong. Those bits unbase coated are definitely wrong. Yeah. Those bits unshaded and unhighlighted are definitely wrong. You know, so you're not allowed to give up. Well, you are allowed, but you ain't allowed to moan about it. There we go. Now, just to illustrate my point, I'm going to speed up on this bit. That. Literally no targeting whatsoever. Yeah, for a bit that a lot of people would think you need to be super accurate on. Even with this bit, I don't really care. I don't really care. And to be honest, looking at those two sides of the horns, you know, when you watch this video on here later on YouTube, you guys on the live stream, you'll see they're pretty close already. You know, I've only done like a shade stage and a single highlight stage. Why is that? It's just through keeping the thinking simple. So I've added a bit of ultraviolet grey in there. It looks like I've jumped up a little bit too light in this mix. But again, I'm not going to care. I'm going to see how it looks. It'll go on nice and subtle. And here's the thing. Let's say I have gone too light. Well, I'll just go on the other side and just make that then the same luminosity. And now pretty much they match. In fact, this is going to be done in a second. A lot quicker than I expected. Ooh. The customary dropping of the brush. Oops. Let's get a little bit of water off my palette there. Yes, my dry palette is wet. I keep it that way. Lots of these little brush strokes. Bam, 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 bam. Just on the ends of these ridges. On his horns. Right. Yeah, this side looks a little bit lighter than this side, so instead of crying about it, I just go back and I'll lighten the opposite side. Yeah. Brilliant. Look at that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. As opposed to difficult. Lemon difficult. So it's not about easy or hard, is it simple in your head? If you get it simple in your head, it becomes more likely to be executable by your body. So that's the key. Get it simple in your brain space. Yeah, simplify everything. Guarantee, whether they know it or not, that's pretty much what all the top painters are doing. They make all the potentially difficult stuff simple. They execute it in the simplest possible way. A lot of the aspiring painters I meet, intermediate, advanced intermediate, whatever, they're the people always looking for the next best advanced technique, yeah, or the next best expensive device or product. And actually it's mindset. It's mindset every time. You know, I mean, what if I used here 5 paints, some water and a big fat brush? It's a size 2. Yeah. Could I get higher quality results? Because, you know, the quality of this that I'm painting at the moment is average. Could I get high-end results out of this? Yeah, because that's how I paint everything. I don't use more than this. I need to spend stupid money on freaking palettes and mediums and brushes, and probably brushes. That's where I'd spend most of my money, actually. But even then, Element Games Character and Regiment brushes, probably most averagely priced brushes on the market, and what you get for the bang for your buck with those brushes is significant. You know, if I wasn't using this Winsor & Newton right now, just because it was in my collection, I'd be using one of those 2 brushes. And again, if you're on YouTube, there's links on my YouTube videos, by the way, in the comments section if you want to buy some of the Element Games Character and Regiment brushes. Yeah, and I like them. Yeah, about £5 or £6. So comparable to a G-Dub brush, yet with great performance. You know, much cheaper than a Winsor Newton or any other, most other leading brands. I can't actually comment really because I don't need to shop around, so I don't know how much other brands cost, but I think all in all I'm happy with that. I shaded this side more than this side, but again, as I said, I can go back in and just fix that. In fact, let's just show you now how I would fix it with probably very little fuss. There's some black, a little bit of water, there we go. I literally will just go in like this, always ending my brush stroke where the colour I'm using is strongest, and that'll probably do that job just perfectly. There you have it, guys. So, oh, I just remembered I was doing a giveaway, wasn't I, while I did this Myrmidon thing. I've been trying to give away a Great Unclean one painted by me. Let's get him and show him to everyone. There's that. I hope you enjoyed it. I have been trying to give away this guy, and there's many people that have been asking me when I'm doing the draw for this. Well, there's been like 8 people said they want it out of thousands of you. So here he is. He's painted by me. This is a speed paint job by me. I was challenged, how quick can I paint this? So this is a 2-hour paint job. Alright, 2 hours. Yeah, base and everything. Alright. And he's got to go to a better home. And how you guys should win it is by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment on my YouTube channel. Yeah? The comment can tell me why you think you deserve this guy sending to you. I don't care where in the world you are. I'm going to send him to you. Alright? Because he needs a better home than my house. It's as simple as that. You know, he was very much a gift for me. And I'm very grateful for that. And I really enjoyed painting him. There's something to learn on this guy. Yeah, there's something to learn. So how I painted him is I sprayed him the Fang first. Then I sprayed him Death Guard green. Then I sprayed him a little bit of yellow just around the top end. And then I just went in with washes and just brush strokes like this with a brown wash, Agrax. Yeah. Oh, I base coated everything as well. So base coated that, some weird pinky colour, that, whatever creamy colour it was. I can't remember, just approximate. Yeah. This I painted brown and dry brushed. Brown and dry brushed it. And then I washed it with my with whatever you want really. That's pretty much it. And I made sure the eyes went in just this pale white. 2 hours, man. I love it. I think he's a top model. But yeah, he's got to go to a new home. So there you go. Like, subscribe, leave a comment on one of the Myrmidon YouTube videos, preferably this one. Now everything's dried. Yeah, these two sides match now. What should I do next? Hooves or face? It's got to be the hooves. I always like to save the face till last. I've not done his loincloth actually. I will save his face till last. I'm going to do his loincloth and his base next. In fact, I'll do his base first because his base is a messy method. Yeah. When his base is done, I've got the messy methods out of the way with dry brushing, glue, grass, etc. Then I'll do his loincloth. I'm not sure if his hooves really need much work. His hooves pretty much are a repeat of how I did the leather on him. Yeah, just take those ideas and apply them to his hooves. I've done one side of the hooves already, and I notice it's been a while since I've looked at it. So, yeah, this guy's nearly done in as basic a way as I like to perform. Maybe do a bit on the haft. But you guys don't need to see all that. I'll do this red because I get a lot of compliments for me red. Yeah, do the red. Base, red, face, finished. And then we can give this guy away. So yeah. Do you want him? Come and get him. Come and get him. Alright guys. thank you. I had fun doing this video, and I'll see you next time. If you want private lessons, there's links below in my YouTube channel, or PM me on Instagram. If you want any of the brushes I use or any of the brushes that other people use, there's links down below on my YouTube channel, so follow that. And that actually helps me out as a channel as well. I get a little kickback from it, so I'd appreciate that. And then the last one is my Patreon. You can support me just doing these things and saving up for some better equipment. See you at 8 tonight for dry palettes versus wet palettes. You guys on the live stream. See you later.